I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, taking it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, it's time for Super Bowl 54, and we'll send you now to Miami, standing by to call their fourth Super Bowl together. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
The first Super Bowl of the new decade, Super Bowl 54, is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes leading out the Chiefs. They, of course, were so close to a trip to Atlanta a year ago. Losers in overtime of the AFC title game. They made it a point that they were going to get back this year, and Mahomes, the 2018 MVP, he has followed through, getting KC to the Super Bowl in his third NFL season. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone. when running his routes.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The starting defense for the Falcons.
Many people thought Keanu Neal was overdrafted by Atlanta, but they saw his talents and knew that he would fit their scheme perfectly. A hybrid player, can play deep in the secondary as a safety, can drop down into the box and also make a lot of tackles, and at times can stay on the field and serve a linebacker role as well.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
You got it! You got it!
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Justin Hardy deep for Atlanta. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Matt Ryan and the Falcons back after the devastating loss in Super Bowl 51, though Ryan was terrific in that game. 284 yards, 2 touchdowns, though he did have the killer fumble on the strip sack, which was their first turnover that entire postseason. But now Ryan and the Falcons back, trying to get Atlanta their first Super Bowl victory. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Ito Smith, his first carry, gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. And here's the offense now. Charles, who's the guy you chose to highlight?
The tone setter, the guy in the middle, Alex Mack. His return, never good for the opposition.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check 24, check 24. Check.
Now it's Ryan. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Tyrann Mathieu has a cornerback's build with safety skills. The Honey Badger knows where the football is.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Jim.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 41, Ryan. Jones has it. Jones hit in the ball zone, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. He is going to find Hill here. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he's got some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Ryan to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
22.
From the shotgun, Ryan steps away to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 16, Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that, as they have taken the lead. And man, Charles, talking about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, take that.
Here's Sanu on the catch.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
40, back 25. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Now it's Sproles. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now on 2nd and 13, Ryan. It's complete. It's Sproles. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready, back 25. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. This complete to Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41.
51, Sam. 11.
Ryan under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
Brandon, that just looked like a lot of confusion to me at the line of scrimmage. I don't think the offense had any idea of who was coming on the blitz and who was dropping off.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Ryan. And he's going to go down again. Frank Clark, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Here's Riddick. And the ball is knocked out, and the Falcons grab it. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now Ito Smith. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. 15 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Mahomes now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that's complete. It's Ellington. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking there for Bruce Ellington, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And the kick by Butker is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The never-tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They go back to Riddick. And an alley to run. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. So they go play action, 3 tight ends out there in the heavy set.
Well, they showed everything that suggested running play. Just what you mentioned, 3 tight ends, heavy formation, able to go play action off of it because if you're a defender, you're thinking it's a running play with that much beef on the field.
But they passed it, and they got 6 out of it. Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here's Sproles, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They go play action with Ryan. Caught by Sanu.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, it's Smith. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
Mike 50. Here we go. Mike 50. Drop deep. Ooh, 50, Mike.
On 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it with Sproles. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him, because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Riddick with a carry. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On the ground, it's Riddick. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Tyler Davison drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Butker's kick here is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll begin the drive with Sproles. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the pass. Watch twins. Watch twins.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now Riddick. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right down Broadway. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors yet still play perfect football.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Jones has it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Complete to Jones. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Smith. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Check, check. Check, check. Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check. Hey, 59, ready. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. All right, 25 tonight.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Ryan now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Screen pass to Sproles. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Try to punch it in with Smith. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith. His 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, Get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball,
so they should get another shot.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return, Hardy. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 41 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check safety, check safety. Check.
Play action. It's Ryan. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Emmanuel Agba. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. To try again after the sack. Ryan, here's Sanu on the catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
A 1st down carry for Smith. And an alley to run. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Smith with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by 5. A minute 13 to play. A touchdown could win the Super Bowl as they've got a first down. He'll look to throw. Out to the flat for Reddick. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The Chiefs on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there, so go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Tavecchio to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. And time, a huge factor. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. He hits Reddick underneath. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check three.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
And it's over. The Lombardi Trophy belongs to the Falcons. Yes, the Atlanta Falcons are the Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.